I was thinking about something. These days, everyone has all these loving messages about, oh my god, I'll do all this, I'll do all that, and I'll make sure that all my kids have everything. No, motherfucker, are you kidding me? This world's fucked up. I'm gonna make sure my daughter is treated accordingly to the way that this world treats my wife. Because my wife will be a reflection of my daughter, and I will protect my wife the way I will protect my daughter. And if my wife's not worth protecting, then that influence will rub off on my daughter. So my daughter's not worth protecting. So my wife has to be worth protecting. Otherwise, there's nothing to protect when it comes to my daughter. So hence why my wife cannot be a hoe. She can be a born again version, but then at the same time, that's a whole different conversation. I'm not trying to get into it because then it becomes into this whole political kind of situation, where it's like, what is a reborn version? And that's me, because my past sins have been eradicated. Let's put it that way. Obsolete. It's old software that doesn't really matter at this time and age. So, in the same sense, my wife's history doesn't really have to matter as long as she holds herself accordingly in the presence or present. But at the same time, the way I treat my wife and my daughter are completely different from my son because, motherfucker, you know what you're in for? Y'all will protect the women in our life because you're going to learn why women are important in our life. They deserve to have everything and anything that they want because they are the reason why we exist. So you will respect women, but you will also understand what it means to be a man. And what it means to be a man is if I am in a situation to tell you this, and you can look back on this time and date and be like, my dad said this shit before I was even born, then you know you're in a good situation, which basically means you will learn harder than I ever did. So I mean, I'm throwing you to the wolves, the bears, the lions. Oh my! Jasmine Sullivan has nothing to do with the song, but it's gonna be fabulous, right? Because what's gonna happen here? You're gonna be the strongest fucking kin I ever have. Kin means like child, right? Or whatever. Basically, my son. I'm letting you know, right? I'm sorry, my son. My sons because well, I like kids, so we're gonna have multiple ones. My wife, anyways, my son. I'm just letting you know because of how great your dad had to become, you must become greater. Because I don't want you to ever look and be like, my dad conquered everything. There's nothing left to conquer because you're my son. What do you mean? I was way too focused on one or two topics that I didn't even have time to focus on everything else. So you will fucking finish off everything that I started. But you need to understand this world's full of shit. And if you're coming into this world and y'all are 17 sons are coming into this world, y'all gotta understand you gotta take care of the umpteen daughters I'm about to have. And no matter what, if the baby mothers are different, I'm just saying they're all special. Y'all sons need to make sure that everything is done accordingly, not due to my plans that I have for y'all, which is just success. I mean, you're my kids, right? I only plan success for myself, so my kids can only be more successful than what I am right now because my only dream and any dream of any parent is to have their kids be more successful and more loving and caring and happier and in their life just better off than where they were. So I know because I want you to be in a better place than I am at where I am right now. I'm gonna throw you to the wolves and bears and lions. Oh my! Again, Sullivan is not involved in this, but it is gonna be fabulous the way you're gonna take that beating and come back out and be like, "Bitch, I'm a roar," and my dad's gonna be afraid because he doesn't know the beast I created. And I'm gonna be like, "Bitch, I know the beast I created." This is why I'm just letting you know that hey, you're scary. It's just so your pride stays up. But understand one thing, my son. A lion will always be a lion, and you are just a lion's cub. But one thing that's different is when you have tandoori running in your blood, you're always relevant. And what that basically means is, I don't know, find out the punchline for this joke. You're my successor. I didn't figure this shit out. Whatever I fucking couldn't find or figure out or whatever, or 2 + 2 = 5, you gotta fucking figure out why it equals 5. I don't have to make sense no more. My sons are gonna come into this life and create and basically do something where it progresses my life and shit like this, where shit just doesn't make sense. They'll be like, I know what my father meant to do with this. It was supposed to be motivational, not for anyone else, but for one person or 17. But yeah, not everything's meant for everyone. This is just a message to my kids in the future, especially my sons. You know what I meant.